Welcome back to No Buy November. Today is day 10. As a reminder, here are the rules of my no buy. These are all the things that I am not spending money on this month, but I am giving myself a $500 budget to cover things like transportation, Ubers, eating out with friends, things like that, so I can continue to have a normal social life. As evidence, if you've been following along, I took a break from making these videos for a couple of days. My last video was on Thursday, November 6th. And so I'm going to review the past few days of spending. But I also wanted to point out that I'm trying to model like flexible behavior change with these videos. Something that I used to struggle with a lot when I was younger was making really drastic and rigid changes in my behavior that weren't sustainable. And so in addition to being flexible with this no buy and having certain things I am allowed to spend money on, like food out with friends and stuff like that, I'm also just being a little bit more flexible about how I'm making these videos. And if I can't make a video every single day, that's okay. It doesn't mean that I failed or given up. As of Thursday, November 6th, I had spent $108.18. On Friday, November 7th, I spent $13.95 on an Uber home from dinner with my best friend and my fiance. On Saturday, November 8th, I spent $20 on a breakfast burrito. It was really good. It was at a place called Santa Fe in Williamsburg. Highly recommend checking it out. On Sunday, yesterday, I spent $0. And then today, Monday, November 10th, I spent $22.50 on a Squarespace monthly subscription because I'm building out my website. That brings my total spend so far this month up to $164.63, which means that I still have $335.37 left for the rest of November. So far in this no buy, I'm really enjoying the experience of not having the mental chatter about all the different things I want to buy. Something that I'm not loving so much about this no buy and something I'm really trying to figure out how to work with is that because I am kind of putting a blanket statement on certain things that I'm buying and not buying, it has cleared that mental chatter, but I worry a little bit about rebound effects, like once this no buy is over. In the past, I really struggled with all or nothing thinking. I had bulimia, which is an eating disorder characterized by binging and purging, lots of highs and lows. And I'm a little bit worried that doing a no buy is going to trigger a sort of binge purge cycle with money and spending. And so if you have any advice or any ideas on how to handle money problems without falling into an all or nothing kind of trap, I am all ears. That's sort of, I think, the next frontier for me in terms of handling my spending and overconsumption is how do I put limits around my spending and overconsumption without totally overcorrecting and then risking kind of falling back into that trap the next month. See you for our next installment of No Buy November.